locally produced farm radio show with agricultural news, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henney and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
A mostly sunny good morning to you. I hope your day is going well for you, wherever you might be. Terry Henney here at Radio Center, along with Matthew Lester, looking outside, and we're seeing plenty of sun out there. Quite a difference from what we saw yesterday when Mother Nature decided to bring back winter for at least one day anyway. Saturday wasn't all that thrilling of a day either, just kind of chilly. But obviously, we've been spoiled, and now we're going to get spoiled again, not only for today, but also tomorrow. Looks like Wednesday, Thursday, once again, we're going to be looking at least the upper 40s. On Friday, upper 40s, maybe the upcoming weekend will still continue to be above normal as far as our temperatures go. I think Saturday is going to be the warmer of the two, but right now, again, we continue to be above average on these temperatures. We should be at 40 in the afternoon and 24 at night. We owe all of this nice weather, Matthew Lester, to a high-pressure system over the Tennessee Valley. And right now on the thermometer, where are we?
Yeah, so over at the airport, it's sunny at 38. Over in Midland, it's sunny at 40. Here at Radio Center, it's sunny at 38. We have southwest winds at 12 miles per hour, and our pressure's at 30.09, and it's steady.
Everybody seems to be hovering in that upper 30 to mid 40 degree range, not only in the lower peninsula, but a good portion of the upper peninsula as well. We are seeing a few more mid 30s up in the UP, but Menominee right now is coming in at 43. Munising is looking at 40. Ironwood is currently at 42. And then, of course, Traverse City, 44. We have, as Matthew said, a breeze out of the southwest. Again, quite a difference from what it was yesterday, where we saw wind gusts well over 40 miles per hour. And temperatures, we were looking at wind chills in the upper teens to low 20s until that strong gusty wind came along. And that was more or less yesterday afternoon. We did point out some wind gusts out of the northwest at 43 miles per hour later on yesterday afternoon. What's going to be happening over the next few days? Well, we alluded to it. We're going to be looking at mostly sunny skies today because of that high pressure system over the Tennessee Valley. And it's going to stick around for a couple more days. We're going to watch a low pressure system, which is over the northern Rockies. That'll be moving across Canada, north of Minnesota late tonight and early tomorrow morning. Tomorrow, it will cross the upper peninsula. So we'll be looking at still a continuation of those warm temperatures, the high and the low working together to draft some much warmer air again up in through Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, through Tennessee, Kentucky, and then, of course, up into the state of Michigan. Partly cloudy skies tonight. Our low temperature will be what our normal high temperatures should be, right around 40 degrees, partly cloudy skies, a light southwest wind, so nothing really to concern ourselves about there. The wind will pick up during the day tomorrow, but so will the temperatures. We'll be looking at a southwest breeze, gusting up to right around 25 miles per hour. 63 is going to be our projected high for the day tomorrow. We'll start off with sunshine, then clouds will be moving in as we go through the day. That low pressure system over Lake Superior is what's going to generate the gusty winds during the day tomorrow. Now, after a high of 63, we'll drop down to 45. So again, way above normal. Wednesday, almost a carbon copy, 62 for a high. But we're going to have a few more clouds on Wednesday. And as we go into the late afternoon and especially the evening, we're going to begin to see traces of precipitation move in Wednesday evening and early Thursday morning. I think the best chance of seeing precipitation on Wednesday will be after midnight on Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. 62 will be our high on Wednesday. 40 will be our low on Wednesday night. Then on Thursday, much cooler. A frontal system will be moving through. That's the reason why we'll see the precipitation. The best chance precipitation, well, it'll kick right off during the daylight hours tomorrow. Clouds, showers, 48 for a high on Thursday. Looks like a low of right around 38. So again, we're not going to be dropping down below freezing. We're going to continue to be quite a bit above normal on Thursday. Friday, clouds. We'll have a chance of some showers early in the morning on Friday. Partly cloudy as we go through the afternoon hours on Friday. That system will be moving through rather rapidly. Again, as we indicated, Thursday during the day and then Thursday night moving out. Low 30s, 32 for a low on Friday night. Saturday, we're going to work our way back up again. Right around, I want to say probably about 52, 53 for a high on Saturday, middle 30s for a low on Saturday night. It does appear as though we're going to have a chance of some showers. That'll be during the daylight hours and the early evening hours on Saturday. Sunday, right now, looks to be precipitation free. We are going to see some sun. We're also going to see a few clouds around. Temperatures, really, quite frankly, not all that bad for a March the 17th. We'll be in the upper 40s, about 48, 49 degrees for that parade in Bay City. But as of right now, it doesn't look like we're going to have a chance of any precipitation. I think the best chance of precip the upcoming weekend is going to be on Saturday, and the chance of precipitation on Saturday isn't really going to be all that great. Now, long range. First of all, let's begin with the upcoming Saturday to take us through, let's say, about the 20th of the month. Our temperatures will be settling down just a little bit. We'll be closer to average during that period of time. The precipitation is also going to take a little bit of a change. It's going to actually be below normal for this time of the year. Now, starting with next weekend, the first weekend of spring, and going through, let's say, about the 24th, 25th of the month, below normal. As far as our temperatures go, slightly above average when it comes to the precipitation. So we're going to continue the string of above average temperatures to take us at least through the 20th of the month. But then I think we're going to take a little bit of a gear shift, and we're actually going to be averaging below normal. Again, as we said, average is 40 in the afternoon, 24 at night. Record high in this state is 68, and that was set back in 1927 and tied in 1977. The record low on this date is 0. That was set in 1948. A year ago, our high was 33. Our low was 22. And we didn't pick up anything as far as snowfall goes. Now, a year ago, on the 10th of March, we picked up 4 inches of snow. So not really out of the question. It could happen. And given the way it was working on Sunday morning yesterday, looked like we were going to have a little bit more than a couple of inches. We did have some reports of 2 inches of snow, but obviously it went away pretty quick. Now, the warmest ever, 11th of March, 1927, 68 was our high, 40 was our low. The coldest ever, 1948. 16 was our high, 0 was our low. And the most amount of snowfall on the 11th of March is just under 3 inches. And that was set back in 1950. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Matthew, who do we have standing by?
Up next, we have Gary Kaufman from Star of the West, and we also have Doug Klein from Oppenheimer.
But before we get to them, we want to remind you the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
They say there's a secret to growing a great crop. At Nutrien Ag Solutions, they beg to differ. It all starts with a strong foundation, and when it comes to fertilizer, there's no question that Titan XE drives dry fertilizer performance. They've been unlocking the potential in every prill of dry fertilizer with biocatalyst technology for over a decade. Visit lpi.ag/Titan or contact your Nutrien Ag Solutions crop consultant to drive your crop's potential today. With those strong gusty winds and winter still trying to hang on, might be a very good idea to keep these folks in mind if you need some cleanup done where trees are dropping branches and maybe you just might want to get rid of a tree or two. Legendary Tree Care. No job is too big. No job is too small. They are fully licensed and insured, and they do specialize in big projects. LegendaryTreeCare.com is how you can get a hold of them, or like them on Facebook. Remember, they're there when you need them. And of course, Farm Program brought to you today by the folks at Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. 800-234-3280. Or you can go to their website at steinertractor.com. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman at Star of the West. Good morning, Gary. How you doing?
Hey, good morning there, Terry. I'm doing well, thank you.
Well, you left the markets in good hands. Unfortunately, his hands got burned a little bit.
Yeah, I just looking over last week. Wheat was down about 20 cents last week. Corn was up 15, and the beans were up 33. So we had a positive week last week overall on the corn and the soybeans. And of course, corn and soybeans are down this morning, and wheat's up. So it all balances out.
I guess. What's the reason why the big change? I know we had a report that came out.
Yeah, Friday we had the March WASDE report, and that was basically neutral for corn, Terry. The USDA left the balance sheet pretty much unchanged. I mean, the market was expecting a rise in some of the corn exports because corn's been, for ethanol and some of the exports, the demand has been a little running ahead of pace, but from what the USDA is estimating. So, and we didn't see that. And then also the USDA failed to reduce the Brazil corn production, which with some of the weather dryness down there, they thought that would be reduced a little bit. But again, they left that unchanged as well. Soybeans, for the most part, there was a neutral report on the beans as well. Even though the exports are running about 19% behind last year, the USDA, in a surprising twist, I guess, probably dropped the Brazil's soybean estimate by 1 million metric ton, and the trade was looking for a bigger cut, but they didn't see that. But tomorrow, CONAB, which is the equivalent of USDA in South America, is going to revise their Brazil crop tomorrow. So we'll get some new numbers out of them folks tomorrow, and we'll see what those all mean. But world ending stocks fell by 1.7 million metric tons, so we got a little boost there. So, and then probably the big thing was the upward revision in China's crush and import numbers. That seemed to give the beans a little bit of push there on Friday too, as well. And wheat as well was a little bit neutral to slightly bearish. We had some nice rains, beneficial rains in the western and southwestern plains, and then even with the China cancellations last week on wheat from the U.S., the wheat held up better than expected, I thought. So,
well, we picked up a little bit of rain for the wheat last week, and then, of course, we got that shot of snow, which there was a lot of moisture in that. Our wheat's not looking all that bad right now either, is it?
No, it's not. And talking to a few customers in Ohio this morning too, the wheat crop looks pretty decent in Ohio as well as it does in our backyard for sure. Yep, looks good. So
I guess I continue to be amazed at that late planted wheat. I know when I was down at the wheat growers annual meeting, everybody seemed to be pretty happy with the way that late planted wheat was turning out. And I continue to hear all sorts of really positive reports for late planted wheat here in Michigan.
Yeah, it definitely, we did get some nice growth on it. Got some, I think, more tillers on the wheat, on that late planted stuff than we anticipated. But, we had a pretty mild start to the fall, I guess, after we got that in. And some years it works, some years it doesn't. But it looks like this year it's going to turn out okay. So.
Well, I'm got my fingers crossed. So what do we got on the board right now, Gary?
Yeah, Terry, right now, let's call cash wheat up 8 at 536 on the white, 446 on the red. New crop also up 8, Terry, at 553 on the white, 473 on the red. Cash corn currently down 2 at 358. New crop is also down 2 at 405. Cash soybeans currently down 6 at 1093. And new crop, let's just call it down a couple, Terry, at 1092.
You have a great day, Gary.
I will. You do the same. Thanks, Terry.
You bet. Gary Kaufman over at Star of the West. A little bit more as far as what the markets are doing. Doug Klein from Oppenheimer joining me. The market report brought to you by the folks at Thumb Bank, serving the needs of agriculture for well over 125 years. Now they've got 13 locations to serve us even better. Not only here in the Great Lakes Bay Area, but over in Michigan's Thumb. Thumb Bank, where relationships are built on trust. And by Schaefer and Beerline. Looking for a new Ram 1500? How about a heavy-duty pickup, a ProMaster van, or a Ram commercial truck? And you want to buy with confidence from a business-linked dealer that knows what customer satisfaction truly is? Now is the time to see Schaefer and Beerline in Frankenmuth, where family and service sells cars. We say good morning to Doug Klein. And Doug, looks like you're going to have to wait a couple more days for this gas price, huh? Wow.
I'm waiting. I'm
Wow.
breathing fumes.
Just hold on to your hat.
I don't know. Yeah, crude oil's flat today, so 77.95. We'll see what happens. I see there's at least 30 cents, divergence between 10 miles, in the gas prices. So we're shopping around, I guess. Bitcoin hit 72,000 though, so if you got a little of that, price of gas doesn't matter whatsoever at all. So that's a thing. Smith & Wesson hit a new high today. Go figure, it was up 27% on Friday after that speech, maybe. I don't know. But they had good earnings, so I guess they're back in vogue. Wheat hit a new low today, so that's not great. I mean, they're getting a bounce back this morning, but I probably should wait till it doesn't hit a new low for about 30 days or so, and then maybe it's playable. I mean, corn and soybeans probably a little bit closer to found their bottom sort of thing, no longer a falling knife sort of thing. Morgan Stanley upgraded electric cars, and they're especially focusing on Chinese manufacturers in the electric car industry. Dip your toe into something like that. You don't want to just fly into that haphazardly. But Chinese electric car company BYD up about 5.5% today after getting obviously crushed the last year or two. So that's what's going on. And here are your numbers. The May corn 438.5 down 1 1/4. The July corn 450 1/4 down 1 1/2. May soybeans 1178.25 down 5 3/4. July soybeans 1191 1/2 down 4. May wheat is 544.25 up 6 1/2, and the July wheat 557 up 6 3/4. The crude oil 77.97 down 4 cents. Heating oil is 262.86. That's down a penny. Gasoline is 255.5. That's up 2 3/4 cents. And natural gas 187.5. That's down 4.5 cents. Over to currencies, Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys 134.95 Canadian. That's up 14 ticks. The dollar buys 146.89 yen. That's down 18 ticks. The euro's at 109.17, down 20 ticks. The dollar's at 102.91. That's up 20 ticks. Gold's at 21.9150, up $6. Silver's 24.51. That's up 10 cents. Platinum's at 939.20, up 24.40. Bigger dump there.
Yeah, I guess. You have a good one, Doug.
Yep, you too.
All right, talk to you later. Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They got a great selection of products from Sure Crop and Nature's. They'll help you increase your yields. Of course, they're a Dairyland Seeds dealer as well. Since 1983, they've been taking care of business. They've been serving you. Freeland Bean and Grain. Along with us, we have Marty Wagner with Wagner Auctioneers. And Marty, tell us a little bit more about that online auction that's going on.
Hey, good late morning to you, Terry. Yeah, got some information I think pretty important to your producers to pass on. We helped out the pheasants over the weekend, had a couple large live auction events, and we even sent Ryan out to Reese, and he conducted a big event for the Adventure Club there. But now we're ready to work with the farmers, contractors. Got 6 or 8 live auction items, or 6 or 8 live auction events coming up, but one specifically that we feel pretty important is that we want to highlight this sale we got that's going on now and it's going to be concluding tomorrow, I guess around 1 or 2 o'clock. It's a large combination online simulcast auction, and that has over 140 pieces of agricultural and construction equipment. Anything you'd expect from tractors to tillage, trucks, trailers, combines, harvesting, skid steers, loaders, anything of that nature.
Now tell us, Marty, how do we access that?
Yeah, Terry, what they're going to have to do is log on to WagnerAuctioneers.com. That's WEGNER Auctioneers. It'll take them right to the 2 bidding platform sites, Proxy Bid and Equipment Facts, and that starts at 10. So you'll be able to hear us sell the items live or simulcast, push the buttons, bid at the same time. And even if you're not overly comfortable with that, we're accepting live phone call bids as well. So it's probably the largest auction event we've had in our 46 years.
Yeah, it sounds pretty impressive. Again, telephone number, all the access material. We can go online. What's the online address?
Yeah, hit Wagner Auctioneers. That's WEGNER Auctioneers.com. If you're looking to power up for this spring, log on to that site, push the buttons, or if you want to give us a call, we've got 25 high horsepower tractors, 2- and 4-wheel drive, late model, collector's model, quite a variety of items. Really proud to put this event together.
Yeah, sounds great. Marty Wagner, thank you very much. You have a great day, okay?
Thanks, Terry. They can listen for us tomorrow at 10, or we'll see them at the live upcoming sales as well.
Hey, there you go. Marty Wagner with Wagner Auctioneers. Along with us right now, Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, what should we be doing now?
Boy, Terry, we're building up degree days with the weather like this, but I still caution people to wait on that pre-emergent for your lawn. We talked about pre-emergent in the beds. It's time to go with that. But in your lawn, we might want to wait a little bit, because if you put down now, by the time you have crabgrass growing, that pre-emergence is going to be spent and gone. So hang on a little bit longer, maybe another 2-3 weeks, and we'll be in better shape.
All right. You have a good one, Jerry.
Yes, sir.
All right. Take care. Jerry Samalski, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Quick break, and then Eric Sawatsky with Yo and Yo Accounting.
As a farmer, you're always thinking ahead, planning and preparing for the next season. You know that a profitable yield depends on weather and timing. While Morgan Composting can't control the weather, they can save you time. From enhancing your soil before planting season with Dairy Dew compost blends to boosting growth with Dairy Dew granulated fertilizers and finishing the growing season strong with powerful liquid foliants made with kelp, humic, and fulvic acid. Morgan Composting has everything you need to get things going and get things growing in a complete package. Whether your farming operation is a greenhouse, an orchard, or thousands of acres of row crops, save time by getting your entire fertility plan made in one place. Morgan Composting, serving Michigan farmers for more than 25 years. Call the soil health experts now at Morgan Composting or visit dairydew.com to learn more.
Dairy Dew. Along with us, Eric Sawatsky, Yo and Yo Accounting. And Eric, we've got a deadline coming up, huh?
Yeah. Just a reminder, we've got several different types of business entities. Their tax returns are due this Friday. So if you have a partnership or an S corporation, that's either of those types of businesses for your entity, then you've got to either file an extension or file the tax return by Friday. Typically, those types of entities don't have taxes due with the return, so it's just a matter of filing an extension and making sure you do that. But if you don't file an extension, they actually have pretty stiff penalties for filing past the deadline. So you really want to make sure you get that extension done if you can't get the return done in time. And just keep in mind, too, if you're an LLC, it all depends on what type of entity you elect to be taxed as. So you can be an LLC and be taxed as either a partnership or an S Corp and have that 3/15 deadline as well.
All right. Good advice. Eric, you take care. Have a great one. I know you're busy right now, huh?
Definitely. It's that time of year.
It sure is. Eric Sawatsky, Yo and Yo Accounting. We'll be right back. Do you have a yield monitor in your combine? Do you print off a pretty picture every year, but you don't know what to do with it? Why don't you have PC Ag Solutions analyze your data to help you make profitable decisions for the upcoming season? We can help you analyze your data from your planter, sprayer, or combine and compare it to your soil types and nutrient availability. Anything from the planting date to your speed, population, and variety to elevation, drainage, and in-season applications. We can help you make the most profitable decision on your farm. Call us today, 989-868-4444. Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Aqueous Growthful. Clear liquid that's easy to add to any of your current cultivation application methods, whether it's a drip line, center pivot, broadcast, or aerial. Growthful also works well with fertilizers, pesticides, fungicides, and herbicides, and can be added to the tanks with other chemicals to be applied in the same application with no additional effort or labor costs. Grow bigger, grow faster, grow more, grow online at AQUEUS.com. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting from the Stormmaster Exterior